All right, folks, actor Luke Evans has a new title. Yes, we're talking about Stella Artois, but more specifically, we're talking about Stella Space, the man himself right here. Luke is with us. So, Luke, you are the newly not appointed, but anointed, taste master. What goes into an anointing? I still see the smudge of the beer on your forehead. What happens? What happens?
First of all, it was a phone call.
Okay.
We talked about the Stella Artois approached me with this very interesting idea that they had collaborated with Inkscape, the app which has allowed people to do meditation, to zone out and get back into their own little world for 20 minutes or 30 minutes. These audio guides which can calm you down, help you sleep, wake you up, all these different mindfulness tools. And the app has been very successful. And I was approached by it myself. Somebody introduced it to me a few years ago. And so I knew of the Inkscape app. And then they said they were using it for this very clever way of mindfully learning how to enjoy sipping a Stella Artois. And I thought, well, what an ingenious, clever, unique thing to do. So they asked if I would loan my voice to the narration, and we did it, and it came out very, very well. And it's quite interesting. I mean, it does make you think a bit differently about how you drink a beer.
Yes.
There's more to it. As you get older, you realize there's a little bit more to it than just downing one.
Also recovery period. This is a little more that you got to consider.
Yes, you must consider that. Yeah.
So you talked about your voice and what a voice you have. That velvety, smooth tone just kind of gently guides us through Stella Space. It's a transcendental mind-body beer experience. So what do you want us to feel and take away from that journey as we walk with you?
Well, I've now listened to it since we've done the recording.
I have
listened
You have?
to it.
What did you think?
Well, it's often, as an actor, you're forced sometimes to go to the premieres and see yourself on screen. And I didn't have to have the visual of this one. It was just the audio. And in a way, I think what I would ask people to do is, just close your eyes for a moment and just listen to what I'm saying. And there's the sensory experience. There's the smell, the sound. It's not just my voice. There is a whole atmosphere within the narration and the audio guide. And it takes you through things you might not think about when you're drinking a Stella Artois. The fact that it comes from a legacy of 600 years worth of beer craft making. It's from this beautiful place called Leuven in Belgium. It's a premium lager from Belgium. And there's things you might not know about it, but by the time the 20 minutes is over, you'll appreciate the glass that it comes in, the way it's made, the people that you're surrounding yourselves with while you're drinking it, how you're enjoying the sipping of the drink instead of downing it. There's a completely different approach to drinking the beer and the appreciation of it. And in a way, it sort of allows you to take all the distractions that you have, just like the Inkscape app does when you meditate. It forces you in a very subtle way to forget about your emails, forget about your mobile phone, forget about the day's distractions, and just appreciate the now, the present, and what that means. So it's a very clever, ingenious method. So
true. So you mentioned sensory overload. I got a chance. I follow you on Instagram. And your pictures are definitely a sensory overload. You look so happy. You look like you are being very present and appreciative of every moment. You're beaming. So I often look at a picture of Luke here and I wonder, what is he thinking? So what does being in the moment and being mindful mean to you? Obviously, you're largely successful. I assume that has a part to play in it.
Yeah, it does. I think when you're busy and you travel a lot, working most of the year, to find moments when you have just a day to yourself, you have to be quick and work out what you're going to do with that day instead of allowing it just to pass you by and all of a sudden you're back to work. So I've learned how to really make the most of being in the present. If I have a few days off from work, right now I'm lucky enough to be working in Lake Como in Italy, which is the most extraordinary place. In the middle of the summer, you saw the pictures, and I'm there. I'm in that moment. I'm appreciating the nature that's around me, the people I'm with, the food, the people, the music, the lake, and all those things. I think you have to seize those moments. It's like little pockets of of your time, me time. And, you know, I've become quite good at doing it because you sometimes, if you don't, it all becomes about work. And I think it's very good to find those moments where you can just, you know, this is for me.
Right.
Today's for me. And that's sort of what I do. And I guess you see the best bits of those moments
The
on my
highlights,
Instagram page, right?
So we know obviously meditation plays a big role in what's happening in your life. Tell us a little bit about what you have coming up. We have to wrap pretty soon, but we definitely want to...
Well, I'm like I said, right now I'm shooting a movie with Jennifer Aniston and Adam Sandler called Murder Mystery for Netflix. It's a comedy, which I'm very excited about. We've been shooting all over the most beautiful parts of Italy, in Portofino and Lake Como, and we were in Montreal earlier this month. I'm then going on to shoot a movie with Roland Emmerich about World War II, a little different. Not so much comedy, more about heavy drama, but a great story about the Battle of Midway.
Right.
So that's something else I'm doing. Yeah. I'm off to the Emmys in September. My show has been nominated for 6 Emmys. So
congratulations.
That's a really lovely thing.
The
First
Alienist?
time. Yes.
That is fantastic.
Yeah. So it's been a good year.
Awesome.
Really
Can you leave us with a mantra as we say goodbye to folks? Something we can embody and remember as we sip and meditate.
Well, you should sip
Yes.
and know
Yes.
that you are sipping.
Yes. Take it in.